What's up guys, before we start today's video, make sure you go down and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop content on the channel, when I got giveaways, talent searches, and new content comes to the channel for you guys. I want to make sure that you're getting all the great content that I'm going to be bringing to you guys coming up. So please make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified when I drop a new video. So on today's video, what we're going to talk about today are the different types of film stocks and when you would choose them. Now, I know that over the couple of years, film has gotten a little bit more popular. People have started shooting film again, whether those have been old film shooters or people just getting into film. And I feel like I wanted to make this video to help you guys be able to choose the right film for your next shoot or your next street photography shoot. And choosing the right film is just as important as choosing the right camera lens. There are different types of film stocks that do different things, and you want to make sure that you're choosing the most optimal film for your shoot. Now, of course, these are all just my opinions. Some of these are going to be facts on the film stocks I've shot, and will generally help you get a good sense, especially if you're just beginning, on what type of film that you need to be choosing to shoot with. Now, just to start you guys off, just so you know, film can come in different types of sizes. You have 120, which is for medium format cameras. You have 35mm, which is for like a rangefinder like this. You also have 620, which is for a fold-out medium format camera. And you also have 160, I believe, which again will fit into a medium format camera. Without a spool adapter to do spool photography, to use 35mm film inside a medium format camera, mostly going to be stuck using 35mm in a 35mm camera like this Yashica 5000 Linux. Okay. Now, there are a bunch of different types of options, and I have some here with me. There are a bunch of different types of options when it comes to film and ISO or ASA speed. And ASA is just the word of ISO before they switch to ISO. It's a different type of way to scale your film. And so there's different types of film stocks to look at. Now, first one up would be our 800T, which is a high ISO film. You can see it, 800 is the ISO on there. Sorry about that. Let me get it so you guys can see it. Let's see if it focuses. Cinestill, there we go. I have to look around the mic real quick to make sure it focuses. But high ISO film, again, 800T or 800 tungsten is a film stock made famous for shooting at night. It is a movie film stock which they remove the rim jet, which creates a halation or a glow around the light, and that's why a lot of people like to use it at night. It's a very versatile film stock that can also be used during the day as well. So you can use that versatile really for shooting during the day or late at night with the 800 ISO. Then we have some daylight balanced film, so Cinestill 400D. And again, I'm just trying to get this so you guys can see that. 400D, there you go. And the D stands for daylight. It's a daylight balanced film stock. And it'll make really great for shooting during the day, whether that's in the middle of the day, morning, golden hour, or towards the evening. And you can get really good. It's really good for skin tones. Daylight balanced film does really well for portrait shoots. And this is generally the type of film stock that you want to aim for, whether it's the 400D or Portra 800 as well, which is another warm balanced film, and that would give you really good ideas for your really good outlooks on your skin tones. You want to make sure that you get really good skin tones when shooting with film, because you can't go back and correct it. Film is very much a permanent thing, and so everything that you can get right within the camera, you want to make sure that you can get right in camera. You don't want to have to try and go back and try and fix that in Lightroom, because it does not have the same give as a digital image going into Lightroom. There are only minor adjustments that even the film labs make when scanning film, and those minor adjustments are usually about contrast, maybe sharpness, maybe a little color or hue saturation, or if there was color shift, maybe it was somehow what you would get with the Fujifilm, that you would want to go back in and correct, and you can't do too much more to that because it is a permanent option. Okay, so another type of film is a low ISO film, like this Ektar 100. As again, the ISO is 100, it's on the box, and when you hear people say I'm shooting at box speed, that just generally means that the number that's on the box, whether it's 800, whether it's 400 like the Cinestill, or whether it's 100 like the Ektar, those are all box speeds, and those are your ISO. That's where you can go. Now, the best thing for daylight film, and even for a film like the high ISO film like 800T or Portra 800, is to underexpose, and that's going to be a little bit different mindset when you think about digital. In digital, overexposing means that you're going to move the ISO number higher. So what I mean by that is that if you were at 400 and the image was dark, then you would want to overexpose and maybe take it to 1600, or maybe to 800, which will be overexposing. In film, it's opposite. So if you're shooting at box speed on daylight film, which is 400, and you want to overexpose that by one stop, that means that you have to take the ISO of your film camera to 200, thereby overexposing by one stop. To underexpose film, you would go in the opposite direction. So if you have 400, then you would need to go to ISO 500, and if your camera can go to 500 or 800 by one stop, and that way you are underexposing the film. Color film does not do well with underexposing it. Black and white is more forgiving when you underexpose. You get a very moody film. You get a lot more grain to show up in your film stock, which could be great if that's the type of look you're going for. And in color film, C41 film, like Cinestill 400, it is not good to underexpose your film. If anything, you want to only overexpose it or shoot it at box speed. Okay. Now, also too, I do want to say that I am giving you kind of a rough basis for what film does and when you can use certain types of film. Just like this Fujifilm 200 is a good daylight film. It's great for shooting in the day. Again, if you underexpose it by a stop and shoot it at 100, overexpose it by a stop and shoot it at 100, then you can get really good effects, and you can kind of keep the color shifting to a minimum. And again, that's the same with Kodak Gold 200. If you overexpose it by a stop to 100, then you can get some really good effects. Now, I do want to tell you that you don't want to just take my advice. The best advice that you can have for film shooting is to get out and shoot film, but I want to give you various options for shooting film and various looks at film stocks, because you can choose to shoot different types of film, and you want to make sure that you are choosing the film that's going to work best for you. Don't take my advice or the advice of somebody like Peter McKinnon, or just the advice of somebody like Seventh Era, because we all shoot with film that's good for us. And there are various amounts of film stock, film grain, film types that you could choose from that can give you different effects and will give you different images. So up on the screen right now, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys different film stocks that I shot with and the looks that I've got with them. And I want to just show you that so you guys can kind of see the type of effects that I got. I'm gonna also try to add in the camera that I shot it with, if I can remember what camera that was. add that in for you as well. I know that this was a short one, guys, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. List down below, what's your favorite type of film stock and why? And we could share it, build a community, show everybody else what your favorite film stock is. And make sure you guys are tuned in to the Instagram. Instagram is up on the screen. And I will see you guys in the next one, man. As always, Ninja Clan, peace!